You have to be focused when you're fixing a push back like this. One wrong move and you gotta push him back again. My client's getting the mid taper, so we're gonna start out doing a flat ball line. A lot of people think you have to do a rainbow shaped ball line in order to get a rainbow form taper, but you don't have to, and I'm gonna show you how later on in the video. As a side note, barbering is something I fell in love with and it's really became a passion, but I really wanna know what you guys' passions is, so tell me your passions in the comments. Next step is to set our first guideline. We're gonna do this using our clipper, lever all the way open, no guard, and we're gonna go up about a finger's length. Sometimes to help me out, I'll put my finger up to that person's head just so I can make sure I'm going up the right amount. Usually my next step is to go down with the grain with the one guard all the way open just to debulk, but since his hair is already low, I'm just gonna go in with my 0.5 guard closed to open to blend in that taper. The last step is to knock out the ball line using my clippers, no guard, starting closed, going halfway open, then going all the way open. Now remember I told you earlier that you can set a flat ball line and get a rainbow taper. The way you do this is as you are going up, as you're opening your lever on your clipper, make sure that you start to use the corners of your clipper and go in a rainbow motion. This makes it easier for me to blend and it also helps me to knock out the taper faster. This taper probably took me about 2 minutes to do. My clippers were having a hard time knocking that ball line out, so I switched to my green goblin clippers because those have a faster motor. Clippers that have a faster motor will cut hair shorter to the skin. That's the finished taper. I'll do detail work after doing the lineup. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the other side and the back, but instead of doing the voiceover, I'll just let you watch. I lied. I'm gonna actually show myself fading in the beard. I'm starting off with a 1.5 guard all the way open, and I'm just kind of debulking his beard. From there, I'll go in with my lever open, no guard, and I'll kind of just start to fade and whatnot, and I'll probably throw on that 1.5, or not the 1.5, I'll probably throw on the half guard to blend in the area between the no guard and the 1.5 guard. Now we're on the other side. It's gonna be the same exact step, so I'm gonna just sit back, let you watch, and I'm gonna speed it up. To prep his lineup, I make sure I brush all the hair down, and then I'm gonna go over it with a 1.5 guard close. Usually if anybody has a taper lineup, I like to do a 1.5 guard close or a 1 guard open. I try not to go under that because I like to keep my lineups as dark as possible so they look crispy. You'll see after I knock his hair down, I like to put alcohol in a paper towel and wipe his front lining. That way I get rid of any type of dirt or sweat or anything else that might get in the way of my trimmers getting a crispy cut. And then I put some extra holding spray on them, and I lock that holding spray in with cool air from my blow dryer and then with 1 swipe of warm air. After prepping his hair, I like to let it sit for a while, and so I move on to the back taper. I'll do the back tapering and I line up the neck before I line up the front because I know that letting it sit in the front is going to help me to get a crispier line. I'm gonna chime in real quick just to remind you guys to put in the comments what you're passionate about. The reason why I really want to know this is because, once again, I know what I'm passionate about, and it's also other things I'm passionate about too. But it's just interesting hearing people's backstories and learning like why people want to do certain things. I had a conversation with one of my clients the other day, and he was telling me how he wanted to start a clothing brand that had a whole bunch of positive messages because he's from an area in Chicago that's just super violent, super dangerous, and he's seeing people's lives get taken as young as 12 years old. And so that's inspired him to become passionate about trying to push out a positive message through clothing. So stuff like that, man, it just inspires me, and it's just interesting to know. So I want to hear y'all stories. When working on the pushback side, I'm being very careful to make sure that I don't accidentally push it back again. Since the hair is a lot lighter, it's a lot easier to make the mistake. My client wanted enhancements, so I went ahead and put some of those on him. I cleaned up his neck and hit him with the razor. And here goes the finished cut. Don't forget to let me know how you think about it in the comments. Appreciate you for watching.